This video that I'm about to show you is about the two missing children, Jack and Lilly Sullivan. They went missing from their home in Pictou County, Nova Scotia, over a month ago, 5 weeks ago. There has been no trace of them found, nothing. I am going to be going over why the Child Protection Services would not let a custodial parent visit their child. Please stay tuned. In the case of Jack and Lilly Sullivan, there hasn't really been any updates, but I wanted to go over a few things concerning the Child Aid Association or Society in Canada that basically gives an idea on why a custodial parent wouldn't be allowed to visit their child. Now, please don't take this as my opinion on this. I'm just reading off why Malehya is denying or allegedly denying Daniel to see the baby Meadow, and why the Child Services has denied him the right to see her, as he stated in one of the messages. And also his cousin had stated that she didn't want to get into it, but there is a legal thing going on there. So I don't know too much about that. But I do want to go over what can happen. So if he's not able to see Meadow, there's a reason for this. Now, they're not just going to say, hey, you can't see your kid for no reason. Just like any other country, here in the United States too, if something happens, you're not able to see your child. But I wanted to go over this. I'm not putting any blame on anybody. I just want to read what this says. So it says, in Canada, a Child Protection Services like the Children's Aid Society or CAS cannot prevent a parent from seeing their child, okay, unless there are serious concerns about the child's safety and well-being, okay? So, in my thoughts, they're having, since he said that he went down there to visit his daughter and they denied him this, but then we later found out Malehya has the baby. So, then it says, typically, if a child is in protective care, the court will determine visitation rights with the child's best interest in being primary consideration. And then it gives a more detailed explanation. It says, child's best interest. Canadian child protection laws prioritize the best interest of the child. This means that any decision regarding custody access or visitation must be based on what's considered best for the child's physical, emotional, and development well-being. Okay, let's go over a few more details that is listed in this. Okay, this part at the top, it's cut off, but it says, when serious concerns about neglect or abuse. So this, when access may be limited or denied, okay? The part that's cut off, it says, there's a credible concern that the child's experiencing abuse or neglect. The Child Protection Service might investigate and potentially limit contact with a parent. Okay, so why just Daniel? Why not Malehya? So two children went missing from their home, okay? It's been 5 weeks now. No trace, no nothing. Mom pushed an Amber Alert. She didn't believe they walked in the woods. Maybe that's the reason why she left, okay? I don't know. And Daniel was pushing that they went into the woods. Mom was putting blame on Daniel. Allegedly, maybe there was some abuse going on there because of Daniel's text messages saying that he would be the Dan that she first met back when they met by the waterfalls or something of the sort of that. I don't have the full context of that in front of me. But allegedly, maybe there was something going on there that we just don't know about. I don't know. But this does say that they limit contact with the parent. And then it says, parents actions harmful to the child, if a parent's behavior or actions are considered harmful to the child, safety, or well-being, the Child Protection Service may intervene, okay? Meaning they're not going to let him see the baby or whoever. It says court orders. If the Child Protection Service has opened a file and is working with the family, or if the child has been taken into care, the court will issue orders that may restrict or limit contact with one parent in some cases, especially if there are safety concerns, okay? One parent, which Malehya has the baby now, okay, especially if there are safety concerns. Now, in the beginning, we were told that the baby needed to be off the property since Lily and Jack went missing from that property. Okay, at first, we were told that the baby was going to go with Daniel's cousin. Then Malehya's mom allegedly showed up, talked her into bringing the baby to their place. Okay. Now, it says, if the Child Protection Service has opened a file and is working with the family, or if the child has been taken into care, the court will issue orders that may restrict or limit one parent in some cases, especially if safety concerns. So I just read that again just to go over that because I think that's very important there. And then in court supervision, when there are significant concerns about a parent's ability to care for a child, the court may order supervised visits to ensure the safety of the child during visits. Okay, we don't know if Dan has supervised visits yet. It seems like he is working on something like that the last time that we heard from his cousin. So maybe he is, maybe he's getting an attorney so he can see his daughter. We don't know this yet. This is just, and then it says court supervision. When there are significant concerns about a parent's ability to care for a child, the court may order supervised visits to ensure the safety of the child during visits. Again, parental rights have the right to challenge any decision made by the Child Protection Service. They can request explanations for the concerns, and they can seek legal advice and representation if they disagree with the actions of the Child Protection Service. Then it says legal process. If the Child Protection Services to take into protective care, the process that must be followed. Basically, the parent has to follow the process of what they are asking. Okay, let's read the next part because I feel the next part is very important. Okay, last part. Sorry for making this long, but it's a long article. Family court. The parents disagree with the Child Protection Service. They can take the matter to family court to seek clarification and protect their parental rights. Then, important things to consider: parental rights versus child's well-being. While parents have the right to see their children, this right can be limited if there are valid concerns about the child's safety or well-being. I think that's very important. And then it says seek legal advice. If you have concerns about the child protection matter, it is crucial to seek legal advice from a lawyer and specializing in family law. So, as of now, allegedly, Meadow, the baby, the sister of Jack and Lilly Sullivan, who went missing from their home 5 weeks ago in Pictou County, Nova Scotia, they have still not been found. The mother, Malehya Brooks Murray, supposedly has Meadow at her mother's house, okay? And then Daniel, the biological father of Meadow, but the stepfather, I'm just going to say stepfather of Jack and Lily, he has not been able, allegedly, as of now, because we haven't heard any more information, been able to see his daughter Meadow. Why is this? So, in my honest opinion, I think there's more to the story. I think allegedly maybe something was going on, more than the maybe this has concerns about the children going missing, because the reason why the mother put the blame on the stepdad. I could be wrong. It's just my opinion. But this is what the Child Protective Services labels out here. What do you guys think? Put your comments down below and make sure you subscribe and like and share for more updates. Thanks for watching.